Hey everyone, welcome back to ACT Math Quick Hits, the place where you can make one small change. It doesn't cost you any money, only takes a little bit of time, and you can help improve your ACT math score. So here's the rundown of the Math ACT, and let's get right back into it. All right, today's question gives us imaginary numbers, right? So it tells us that I is equal to the square root of -1, and then it wants us to figure out some evaluation. The square root of 9 plus the square root of -16. So now that we're dealing with I, Desmos is no use to us on this question. Just like in, The Lord of the Rings, swords are no more use here, right? So we can't use Desmos for this problem. However, right, we can start with something pretty simple, right? So whatever I have remaining in this question, my result, my answer has to be some binomial, right? Because I have a value plus another value. That first value is very easy to evaluate, right? The square root of 9 is just saying what number times itself gives us 9. So we're going to end up with 3 plus something, right? We have the trickier evaluation to do next, but it's going to be 3 plus something. Now, it could be plus a negative number, right, which would make it subtraction. So right off the bat, though, I can at least eliminate two of these choices, right? I can get rid of A and B because they don't have 3 plus something. I know I'm probably going to end up with an imaginary number, which is just like a variable, and I won't be able to combine with that 3. So that's why I can get rid of A and B. And right, so if you get to at least this point and you can't do the rest of the evaluation, well, at least you can guess, right? And now you have a 50-50 chance of guessing correctly as opposed to a 25% chance of guessing correctly. So, right, if this is like the last question of the test and the time's running out and you do one little simple piece, well, now you can, boom, take a quick guess and you have a better chance of getting it right. All right, but let's finish this off. So, right, I have the square root of -16. So let me just rewrite this down here. So we have to do the evaluation here. Now you might recognize that, okay, I see 16 in the square root, right? So what number times itself gives us 16? Well, that's going to be 4, but I still have to incorporate this I piece. So I'm going to go off to the side with this. And the way we deal with this is we break it apart into two factors. We break it apart to one factor that's -1, and then we break it apart into the other factor that's 16, right? So this piece here is still equivalent to the square root of -16. Now, because we have multiplication under the radical, we can separate the radical into two separate, I always call them bite-sized pieces, right? Instead of one bigger radical, now I have two smaller radicals. All right, well, this square root of -1, they tell us over here is equivalent to I. So this piece is just going to simplify to I, and then this piece is going to simplify to be 4, right? The square root of 16 is just 4. Now, usually, right, when we write variables and coefficients, we write the coefficient first. So I'm just going to rewrite this to be 4i, right? It's the same thing. Multiplication is commutative. So now I found out that, right, my result is this 3 plus 4i. All right, and then I look and I see, and that looks like that's answer choice D. So we can select D, and then we can move on. So again, I know this isn't the most exciting, fun, entertaining stuff to be doing. However, your future you is going to thank you if you like and subscribe so you can keep getting these math ACT quick hits, get some content, get some test taking strategies, and help improve your math ACT score. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.